am taking you through Neely Farms neighborhood today. It is also located in Simpsonville, and right off the bat you see the pickleball courts, the tennis courts, and this neighborhood screams just active. You've got all sorts of homes, different sizes, ranging from like 1,600 square feet all the way up to 4,000. The neighborhood is actually built or comprised of like 4 different neighborhoods. You've got Laurelbrook, you've got Greystone. We're actually going through Greystone right now. You've got Deer Spring, and you've got Ivy Creek. So you'll see that, you know, in each of those sections it differs a little bit in the style and size of home. But these are very traditional. Some homes are all bricks, some homes are siding. You'll notice that you've got a little bit more space between homes than you normally would in like the more recent builds that you see today. They're a little bit closer. If you are a person that does not want to be able to high-five your neighbor out your side window, this actually might be a really good neighborhood for you. It is a neighborhood that basically screams community. It's got a really active HOA. The HOA, they plan book clubs and garden clubs, and they are actually very active in what they do. They're not just that HOA that comes out and like, cut your grass, move your trash can. They keep the value of the neighborhood up, but they also provide lots and lots and lots of activity or activities for folks to do. Now, this neighborhood also is very multi-generational. You are going to see a lot of people who have been here for ages, and you are going to see a lot of younger families as well. Actually, about probably 40% of 39 to 40% of the families in this neighborhood have kids. And actually, fun fact, they have their own swim team. And so if your child is into swimming, this is a great neighborhood for them to get involved in as well, or to be in as well. And now here you kind of get a shot of the backyards. The backyards are a little bit larger than some neighborhoods would have, and so you've got space. And look at that space between the homes. It is a significant amount of space. And this home actually here up on top is going to be a great view of like different backyards. So you can see the yards here have tons of space, lots of green space between the houses, which I love. Now you'll notice that, you know, there are some homes built on top of a hill, like this one here on the left, but then this one here on the right, it's kind of a little bit lower, and so you will see all of those different elevations. Now that's because Neely Farms is actually built into the landscape of what was already here. They didn't do a whole lot of grading. They didn't, you know, clear a bunch of trees just to get this neighborhood in here and then flatten everything, level it out. They actually built this neighborhood into the landscape. Now, this neighborhood has also been around for a lot of years. I would say this is an early 2000s neighborhood as well. I don't have that exact date, but you'll see a lot of, you know, look at the canopies of the trees. You'll see that a lot of the canopies are nice and filled out. They're mature trees. It is a very mature, beautifully designed neighborhood. And we've got a home for sale here. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I actually know who that is, and that is my daughter's friend's house. Unfortunately, they are moving back to Colorado, where her family is, and they're having a family friend get their home sold so that they can get back to their people. over in Colorado. They've got a couple sons out there and family, so I hope that sells quickly for them. But you'll notice, lots of green space, lots of green yards, lots of trees, very woodsy, kind of gives a little bit of a woodsy feel. And I know that you're probably thinking like, okay, but like how much are these worth? These look like they are worth $1 million. They're beautiful homes. The neighborhood is laid out really, really nicely. But the most recent sale here was actually 804 Neely Farm Drive, and it sold for $440,000. So this neighborhood is still really affordable for that average family. That's maybe a move-up family or a trade-up family that you've bought your first home, you've got some equity in that home, and now you're wanting to get something a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer. This would be a perfect home for that. I don't know why my son turned up this heat to 1 million degrees on his side, but he had that thing set at 90. I was sweating and I didn't know why. So again, you're going to get really, really real stuff from me as I'm driving through neighborhoods, but I am a very just genuine and real estate agent. I want you to see the real of real estate, because I don't think it does anybody any good if we are putting up pictures that are doctored or made to look better than what they really are. I want you to see exactly what's going on. You've got people working in their yard. You've got people that upkeep their properties. Look at these, again, these trees are just beautiful. Nice, large, clean yards. We like to see that. And everything's in bloom right now. It's just a beautiful, beautiful time of year. I love it. So the other thing that makes Neely Farms a nice neighborhood for people, look, we got somebody riding a scooter, how cute. A nice neighborhood for people to live in is the fact that it's so nearby everything. So just a hop, skip, and I don't know if you guys can, I'm sorry, I have ADHD, but that's not what this is. I don't know if you guys can see those people walking back there on that trail. That is the Rocky Creek Trail, and that actually goes along the entire neighborhood, or behind the entire neighborhood. So that is another kind of plus to this neighborhood. And then you've got people with pools in their yards. Now we are in another section of Neely Farms, and you'll notice that we're seeing slight differences in the landscape here. It just looks a little bit different than that first section did. Now, the other thing that is important to point out about this neighborhood, you are literally like 2 turns away from having Target, Publix. If you're not from around here, Publix is a grocery store, a very popular grocery store here in South Carolina and really in this southern region. But you've got Publix, Target, you've got Aldi if that's where you prefer to shop. You've got a whole shopping center that has Belk, Kohl's, Ross, TJ Maxx, all sorts of different shops, just literally 2 turns out of this place that will get you anything that you are looking for. So the other, I mentioned the swim team. You've got the Neely Farms Sharks. I'm going to show you another neighborhood too. Their neighborhood also has their own swim team. That's new to me. I've never really been in an area that has their own, or in a neighborhood that has their own swim team. So that's a little bit new to me, but also kind of cool that they've got the kids involved and the kids are active. So that's really cool to me. I really love to see that. Now again, I mentioned that this is in a great area. The other thing that I want to mention is that the school district, this is zoned to Greenville County Schools, and the elementary school is Plain Elementary. The middle school is Ralph Chandler Middle School, and the high school here is Woodmont high school. And so, all great schools in a very highly sought after district of Greenville County. So that's another plus of this neighborhood. It's affordable. It's got a lot of things for the kids to do, and for you. You've got the pickleball courts. Also, there's a 9-hole disc golf space here in Neely Farms, and it's got a whole outdoor sports area. So that is a fun thing about this area too. We've got lots of space between the homes. We've got lots of green. We've got lots of activity. We've got an HOA that is active. Now let me tell you a little bit about why, if you're gonna live in an HOA community, you want it to be active, and for a few reasons. One of the main reasons you want it to be active is you want to make sure that your property value stays up, and the way that you make sure of that is you have somebody holding people accountable to keeping up the standards of caring for the homes in the neighborhood. You've got to maintain your home. If you are going to buy a home and just think that it's just going to sit there and you're going to have nothing to do, you're wrong. You have to make sure certain things need to be done monthly, certain things need to be maintained quarterly, yearly, every 3 to 5 years. You've got to, power wash. This siding is great because it offers a lot of different color options, and you can really get creative, but it also allows algae to grow on it a little bit faster. I'm gonna let these boys playing basketball go ahead let these boys playing basketball go ahead and go across the street. Another thing, this is just real, this is what happens here. You can't stage this, but this is just another thing that goes on with this neighborhood. You've got kids outside playing. It's a very safe neighborhood, very safe area. So we love to see that. But the kids have off today in Greenville County. It's the day after Easter, so they are out of school. They didn't have Good Friday off, but they have today off. But yeah, you've got the trails, you've got the activity center, you've got pickleball, you've got all these things. So this neighborhood, if you're like an outdoor enthusiast, this neighborhood would be great for you because you've got all sorts of things to do and you don't even have to leave your neighborhood. So that's a great thing too. And if you are somebody who just, adores Southern architecture, this guy's riding in the middle of the road, and that's good that I was over far enough. But if you just love traditional Southern architecture, you don't want anything too wild and crazy like some of these contemporary builds. You don't want anything too, off the wall like some of these neighborhoods with, louder colors. You will see here just very traditional colors that are, the yellows and the blues and the bricks. You've got some siding, you've got some stucco, you've got some brick, you've got all sorts of things that keep it interesting. It's also not a cookie cutter neighborhood, so you've got variety. You're not driving by 150 to 250 of the same exact house. It's the landscape is different. You've got elevation, you've got different designs, and it really is a homey neighborhood. Look, we've got more kids out here playing in the street. Super tiny, super cute. But that's what you have here, and this is just their everyday. This is what they do. This is how people live. And so if you're an outdoorsy kind of person, there's lots to do out here for you, and lots of work that you can do. Good Lord, that child just came out. Lots of different work in the yard, things that you can do in the yard. And if you're somebody that likes landscaping, you can do a lot of stuff with that here too. It's a great neighborhood, minutes away from everything that you could ever need. Lots of restaurants, lots of shopping, great schools, very family oriented, but also you saw multi-generational. You've got little kids, you've got middle-aged, teenagers, and then you've got, you saw the ladies walking, and so you've got all sorts of diversity here and variety here. It's perfect for anybody looking for a nice, quiet neighborhood. So if this is something that you'd like more information on, or this is a neighborhood that you'd be interested in, I'd love to show you around. You've already seen that there are a couple houses for sale here. I'd love to come show you. You can call me at 864-360-3887. You can also email me at noelgrayrealtor.com. That's Noel at NOELGRAYREALTOR.com. And I'm happy to set up an appointment with you. You can visit me on Facebook. Just look up Noel Gray Realtor. On Instagram, also Noel Gray Realtor. And I am happy to assist you. We are going to go to another neighborhood here in just a few minutes. So I will be back on with another video. But I want to drive you by this outdoor center real quick. And that will be all for me today. Oh, sorry, we did go through Ivy Creek and Deer Spring sections. That was just the Deer Spring section. The second section I brought you through was Ivy Creek. We did not go through the fourth section today. But look, you've got playgrounds out here. You've got the pool. You've got the clubhouse over here where you can host pretty much anything that you want. And then we've got the tennis courts over here, pickleball courts over here on the right-hand side as well. Lots of courts. You see people out there using them. This is a very active neighborhood. This is not just, hey, we have this for, pomp and circumstance. This is a very active neighborhood. One of my favorites, one of the most sought after neighborhoods in the Simpsonville area as well. If you'd like to check it out, again, you can call me, text me, email me, find me on social media. My number is 864-360-3887. On to the next.